this is your Frontier opening bell. It's a Thursday, the 23rd of December, and we're just cruising to the end of the year. Of course, the final full trading week in the year 2021. Let's get the markets on the way with Nigeria's market balking 34 basis points, started 10 basis points better on Monday, sluggish a bit, 0.01% negative on Tuesday, and today just went down as we saw the shares of telco giant MTN Nigeria down by more than 1% on the counter. The BRVM took a very roaring turn on Wednesday, 1.78% for the BRVM composite for all the markets put together for the French-speaking West African states, 8 of them with those stocks put on the BRVM in Ivorian capital Abidjan. The Egyptian markets went up nearly 1%, 11,630, the strongest among these peers north of the continent on Wednesday. The Casablanca stock market and Tunisian market fell on Thursday. Then you have the Nairobi market beating the rest of the region as well by 1.49%, while the GSE finished 34 basis points better at 71,359. Okay, let me just throw in some news for you from the eastern corridor of the continent. As always, East Africa is where we touch on. We start with this the top business, economic, and market story. And yesterday, the East African community, the heads of state and heads of government met together to begin the process of admitting DR Congo. A virtual meeting that was held. The Council of Ministers have now been mandated to begin the process and to facilitate bringing DR Congo, one of the largest economy in Central Africa, within the East African community. This is that regional expansion of East African community of states into Central Africa. Kenya's central bank says it's targeting 60 billion shillings in 2 tranches of bond issuances in January. The first will be done on January the 8th, and the second bond offering, local currency unit, will be on January the 12th. In the meantime, Kenyan banks seem to be a bit more profitable this year because they've aggressively cut back on their cost-to-income ratio. That's what the latest report is showing. Out of all the banks listed on the Kenyan bonds, like this, about 80% of them are reporting better than expected numbers because of the cutback in cost to income. Then you got the World Bank says it's giving Rwanda about $775 million for the country to move on aggressively on its human development, capital development program. Then Tanzania and Kenya now seems to be working out what will be the permit fees as well as the processing time, cut back significantly for expatriates and short-time workers who are moving from one country, from Tanzania to Kenya and vice versa. And of course, the NMB Bank and Jubilee Life Insurances, they're launching a new insurance program for low-income earners and businesses in Tanzania. Okay, I'm looking into West Africa. Nigeria's Senate yesterday passed the budget for 2022, 17.1 trillion naira. That's after the House of Representatives finished off with that on Tuesday. So the new year appropriations will now be sent today, Thursday, to President Buhari at the executive branch to consider and append his signature. Let's see how that happens before Christmas and the end of the year, but of course, we'd like to see how that will kick off the new fiscal year in Nigeria, January to December 2022. This is a critical budget for an electioneering period, which 2022 is. Nigeria is going for general elections early in 2023. First quarter, President Buhari's 8th year in office will be coming to an end. In the budget, Nigeria's London Brent was forecast as $62 per barrel as part of the assumptions in the budget. For 2021, the figure was 57. The legislators say they believe that the economy will do better. Oil prices will remain very high, currently trading around $75 a barrel. 1.88 million barrels per day was the outlook for Nigeria's production for next year within the 2022 appropriations budget. Of course, exchange rate of 410 to the dollar. And of course, outlook on GDP by the National Assembly was 4.2% in the new year budget. In the meantime, the Niger Delta Exploration and Production Company has released its third quarter ended September 2021 to the NESD over-the-counter market. That announcement earnings filing came yesterday. And collaboration is the way to go for Ghana exporters. That's according to the Chief Executive Officer of Ghana's Export Processing Authority. Says collaborate, work together to be able to make headways at the global exports market. No man is an island. That's the buzzword. Okay, let's step into Southern Africa, where South Africans are braving the Omicron variant and beginning to move on and enjoy the end of the year under the level 1 restrictions. But again, the impact on travel ban, which was placed on South Africa, is impacting the industry, the aviation industry. Estimates about 911.7 million rand, according to the Travel Industry Association. Alexander Forbes has appointed Lethu Zulu as his new portfolio manager. He came in from Sanlam Investments. He's going to be in charge of his hedge funds and other portfolio that Alexander Forbes is handling. And debt restructuring with creditors in Zambia is expected to be concluded by June next year, according to Zambia's finance minister. That was 2 days ago, and it says that will pave way for the Southern African economy to begin to have this direct talks once again with the IMF for a new form of facility that's coming under the new administration of President Ichilema. And Caledonia Mining in Zimbabwe says his CEO, Steve Curtis, will be retiring at the end of June next year. And workers in Rio Zimbabwe Limited are complaining, and they've given a 14-day notice to the company that they will go on strike if their unpaid salaries are not taken care of, as well as other unfair labor practices. Okay, I'm going to North Africa now, where the electric vehicles is beginning to riding through the northern part of the continent. The Egyptian Prime Minister a few days ago checked the version of electric vehicles being produced by GM Motors, or General Motors, the American auto company in Egypt, that will come into the Egyptian market in 2022. Next door in Morocco, Porsche has launched a free charging stations for those who are driving electric vehicles, driving Porsche in Morocco, by the way. So it's all electric vehicles driving all the way through from North Africa aggressively. And yesterday we got some good news, because the first agri-based company in Morocco and in Africa is now listed on the NASDAQ exchange. That's in New York, the first of such on the African continent. And Egypt has set a new national minimum wage for the workers in the private sector. 2,400 Egyptian pounds is what the minimum wage for government workers. Now the government says effective January the 1st, 2022, that same figure, 2,400 local currency, will apply to workers in the private sector. And that's about it for today here on Frontier Opening Bell. Get the set of the markets ready, move it on, and have a good trading day. Go on our website, www.frontierafricareports.com, to see more of our stories and videos and watch some of our shows. You can see more, of course, our videos also online on our YouTube at Frontier Africa Reports. And of course, subscribe. It is free. And follow us on social media, on LinkedIn, on Twitter, Facebook, as well as Instagram. I am Bosin Amofai. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.